Walk into a cafe in London or New York. Most tables have a MacBook open. The majority of pockets hold a smartphone worth between $700 and $1,000. We have the most advanced technology in human history at our reach. Yet, look closer. One person is winding a mechanical watch. Another is untangling the long, messy cables of wired earphones. Another is writing in a paper notebook with a fountain pen. A fourth is carefully focusing a bulky, vintage film camera. In 2024, Gen Z made wired headphones the fastest growing accessory category in consumer electronics, despite every phone manufacturer removing the headphone jack. They are buying dongles just to use the cord. That is not nostalgia. That is a statement. We spent 50 years inventing better technology, so why are young people voluntarily choosing not so advanced technology? Welcome to Curious Minds. I'm Nisha. I'm a marketing consultant from London, and I spend my life tracking the global bloodstream to see what's actually happening before the rest of the world catches up. Today, we aren't just talking about trends. We are diagnosing the friction economy, the sudden, global revolt against a life that has become too convenient. Why are the most technologically advanced generation in history suddenly becoming obsessed with rituals their grandparents abandoned? Let's find out. We've spent the last 15 years optimizing for frictionless living. Everything is one tap. Everything is on demand. But there is a biological cost to all this ease. We evolved through effort. We survived by hunting, gathering, building, and solving. But modern technology has optimized the hunt out of our existence. While digital saturation hits record highs, the analog market is booming. Global vinyl record sales have seen sustained growth for nearly 2 decades, with 2024 marking the 19th consecutive year of growth. Wait, it gets stranger. Think about your day. When was the last time you actually waited for anything? Food? 10 minutes. Movie? Instant. Taxi? 3 minutes. Music? 1 tap. Dating? Swipe. Even boredom has been eliminated. We have been fed a constant diet of frictionless living. But here is the truth. Convenience isn't making you happier. It's an invisible sedative. And the friction economy is the global realization that convenience has accidentally stripped the meaning out of our lives. To understand this, let's look at a mug. Imagine 2 identical coffee mugs. One arrives perfectly finished from a factory. The other is slightly crooked because your child made it in pottery class. Which one would you save in a fire? Probably the second one. That's the IKEA effect, a psychological phenomenon where we value things more simply because we exerted effort to make them exist. We don't love the mug because it's a better piece of ceramic. We love it because it's a piece of our time. Now, apply that to wired headphones. When you wear wireless earbuds, you are in a frictionless state. But the cord? The cord is a signal. It creates a visible boundary between you and the world. It's not just about analog aesthetics. It's about creating a space where you can actually pay attention. When we choose these inconvenient tools, we aren't being Luddites. We are being intentional. We are creating a boundary so we can be present. Take your morning coffee. You could push a button and get a coffee in 3 seconds. But millions are switching to manual brewing. V60 or French presses, being grinding takes 10 minutes. It's inefficient. But your brain doesn't just enjoy rewards, it enjoys earning them. When you grind the beans, you smell the bloom. You time the pour. You are the architect of your own morning. The ritual isn't a hurdle, it's the point. Your brain doesn't just enjoy rewards, it enjoys earning them. The anticipation becomes part of the pleasure. When you automate the process, you automate the satisfaction right out of the experience. The effort creates meaning. But wait, this isn't only happening in our kitchens. It's happening in how we gather. Imagine walking into a venue in Berlin. You expect the usual techno. Instead, you find thousands of young people shoulder to shoulder, no alcohol, no phones, just the rhythmic, collective energy of hundreds of voices chanting in unison. It sounds like a scene from another time, but this is the new face of conscious clubbing and devotional electronic fusion, a movement growing everywhere where the dance floor has become a place for communal ritual. This is called bhajan clubbing. India has long traditions of communal rituals, from bhajans and kirtans to festivals, that illustrate this principle in a particularly vivid way. In India, it's not about watching a performance. It's about being in the trance. It's about communal electricity. In the West, this is manifesting as a retreat. People are pulling back into physical spaces to combat digital burnout. In India, it's a confident modernity. We are taking these rituals and scaling them with high-tech production. It's not a retreat. It's an upgrade. The mechanism is the same: physical effort, communal focus, and shared ritual. It is the opposite of the algorithm, which wants you isolated and scrolling. Let's connect the dots. In the industrial age, scarcity was products. In the internet age, scarcity was information. In the AI age, scarcity is presence. And rituals are becoming the technology we use to manufacture presence. Convenience removes effort. Effort creates attention. Attention creates presence. Presence creates memory. Memory creates meaning. Meaning creates identity. Identity creates culture. That is the chain. If you want a memorable life, you have to choose activities that demand your participation. Humans don't remember consumption, we remember participation. Nobody pays to run. They pay to run together. That's why running clubs are exploding globally. Strava recorded a 59% global surge in running club participation in 2024. They are manufacturing the one thing technology can't, which is presence. So, what does this mean for the builders? If you are a marketer, a founder, or a leader, stop trying to make everything seamless. People don't remember transactions. They remember ceremonies. Ask yourself one uncomfortable question: if AI can replace your customer experience, did you actually build a brand, or just a faster transaction? Look at Apple. The unboxing of an iPhone is a ritual. It's slow. It's designed to be handled. Look at Lego. They don't sell you a finished car, they sell you the process of building it. Build for the effort that the user will be proud of. Give them a reason to pay attention. Stop trying to automate the relationship. Start trying to ritualize it. Maybe those young people in Berlin aren't escaping into religion. Maybe they aren't escaping into music either. Maybe they're escaping from frictionless living. The chant, the rhythm, the repetition, the shared breathing. None of it is efficient. That's exactly why it works. For 200 years, the Industrial Revolution automated muscle. Then, the Digital Revolution automated routine cognitive tasks. Maybe the next revolution will be remembering what should never be automated in the first place. Maybe progress isn't about removing every inconvenience. Maybe it's about choosing the inconveniences worth keeping. A. handwritten letter, a morning run, a bhajan, a manual brew. Because one day, AI may write your emails, cook your meals, and drive your car. But it cannot attend your rituals for you. Presence cannot be outsourced. And perhaps, that will become the most valuable human skill of the next century. I'm Nisha. This is Curious Minds Podcast. Stay curious, stay sharp, and find a ritual today that reminds you you're alive. See you next week.